Surely one of the most remarkable animals that has ever existed, and certainly one of the most famous, is a dinosaur, like Tyrannosaurus Rex. This creature is from the documentary series Prehistoric Planet. What kind of animal was it? How do they look like? And how will they coexist in our modern world? Well, scientific research and several theories has answered these questions all over T-Rex or any other dinosaur, but other species of wildlife that live alongside it. With the latest green screen technology or visual effects, enables us to bring them all back to life on this series. So it's up 66 million years later. The skies were ruled by flying reptiles of Utahraptor, and in the seas, monstrous reptiles patrol the depths. And on land, dinosaurs of every kind, making a struggle for our human survival. And now we know so much about the world being ruled by the dinosaurs. And this is Dinosaurs in the Modern Day, the series. Let's start the episode with a bit of story time. When I was in Western Supermare, it was the last day of college on the 1st of July, and I stumbled across these stuffed toys of different predatory dinosaurs from Velociraptor, Giganotosaurus, Dilophosaurus, and T-Rex. Now, most of the arcade games are dedicated to Jurassic Park itself, including this really cool mug and these keychains, and I also drew a lot of dinosaurs in the beach with a T-Rex and a Velociraptor. And when I was on holiday in Dawlish, Warren, I stumbled across these stuffed toys from the T-Rex from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous and many more dinosaur plushies. And then on Friday, when I was back in college, I stumbled across this. This was the launch day of Jurassic World Dominion on DVD and Blu-ray, like the extended version here. At the 26th, I uploaded Dinosaurs in the Modern Day in the series, episode 1, when Acrocanthosaurus ruins the night until a Giganotosaurus starting to attack her, but a T-Rex literally saves her territory, and this is episode 3 of Dinosaurs in the Modern Day, the series, Giant Hunters. Let's travel back in time during the Cretaceous period in North Africa. Here we're on the beach, and there are some pterosaurs flying into the background. Interesting fact about these pterosaurs, they have odd-looking crests on the top of their heads, similar to those of hadrosaur dinosaurs. And some of them are relatives of the Pteranodon, like Tethydraco. Africa was one of the locations where dinosaurs were mostly discovered, including the famous ones, and is home to one of the largest dinosaurs. The younger versions of Pterosaurus, which could be a second species of sauropod on the Utahraptor itself, and this is one of the largest dinosaurs called Pteranodon. These animals were enormous. It could be about the size of Brachiosaurus if it depends on their survival, And here we have Spinosaurus with its carnivorous rival, bigger than T-Rex, the shark-toothed lizard, Carcharodontosaurus. These carnivorous dinosaurs were featured in the documentary series Planet Dinosaur, which was aired in the BBC One around 11 years ago. These animals meaning shark-toothed lizard because their teeth are more serrated, similar to those of great white sharks. And fun fact, Carcharodon is actually the meaning for the species of sharks. And the Pterosaurs soared in the skies while the sauropods continued to migrate with pterosaurs on their backs. And on this video right here, it reveals that Carcharodontosaurus could live in family groups or packs. But during 1944, the bombings of World War II, in fact, Carcharodontosaurus bones were destroyed in the bombs of World War II. The sauropods continued to migrate while one of the little Palaxisauruses were being chased by the young Carcharodontosaurus and trips onto the log to die, while across them are Spinosaurus eating the carcass of a large mosasaur or fish. The little ones are continuing to kill one of the little sauropods because one of the adults is defending them, while the larger ones are about to attack. Titan's tail are built like whip-like structures. And interesting that Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus were actually fought together for food and territory. The little Carcharodontosaurs were looking at the carcass while the Spinosaurus were fighting them, because there's been fossilized evidence of Carcharodontosaurus fighting along with Spinosaurus. And the shark-toothed lizards have rewarded their prize. These creatures have been living on this planet for about 90 million years in North Africa, while some of the dinosaur species were discovered around the world, leading Carcharodontosaurus extinct. With several theories on extinction of Carcharodontosaurus, it could lead to starvation, while the water was being dried out during the dry season, leaving one of these creatures extinct while others will continue to survive. And the young spiders are reunited with their parents, the larger Spinosaurus. Leading to someday that the adults could fight the adult Carcharodontosaurus for food and territory of these majestic animals. This is the coast, South America. We have several different pterosaurs flying along in the skies, while it's home to another predatory dinosaur, meaning the meat-eating bull Carnivores. These animals will be fierce, with horns on top of his head, and they're looking at a dead pliosaur. The pterosaurs are circling, which means that they can scavenge on the giant marine reptile. Carnivores was a large predatory dinosaur, could have been the size of the Allosaurus in Jurassic World Dominion. These carnivores have short muscles with horns similar to those bulls, with really small pair of useless arms. Could have been those used for mating, similar in the sea prehistoric planet. The juveniles are at the carcass. And Pteranodon are trying to get rid of the young ones, while the adults are watching the thing, scaring the pterosaurs off because they are more larger than the juveniles. One of the adults chugged the pterosaur away, leading them feeding on the carcass. These animals were covered in blood, because based on fossilized evidence that we often get different species of marine reptiles washed up in the seas, while some of the pterosaurs were in the carnivores' mouth, for now to feed on the carcass. Carnivores was famous in the Disney film Dinosaur, and also in Prehistoric Planet and on the Jurassic World franchise. These animals could have lived in coastal areas where pteranodons and other pterosaurs fly in the skies. And the family is resting after a nice day of feeding on their carcass that could be last for weeks, depending on their survival. In the North, we're in the Cretaceous period in America, around, I think, 90 million years or something, and here we have a large waxed dromaeosaurid called Utahraptors, and these creatures are on the hunt for something involved in this dinosaur, Acrocanthosaurus, meaning high-spined lizard. Acrocanthosaurus is known to travel in packs and hunt large sauropod dinosaurs like Sauroposeidon. And right there is a dinosaur called Spinosaurus. And these creatures are on the move. These creatures could be well and camouflaged in forests, depending on the variation of their skin. But they were followed by Utahraptors. Utahraptors are one of the largest species of raptors in the world, and their size can be useful for filmmakers in Jurassic Park, where velociraptors were about the size of Utahraptors. But these creatures are in danger of the Acrocanthosaurus. Acrocanthosaurus is belonging to the same group as Carcharodontosaurus, and these creatures will coexist with raptors like Utahraptor. And these creatures were well fed up, so they decide to follow the raptors, eating them in a chase. The large carnivores would hunt them down. So the raptors continued to run and run for their lives. And the acros are so close to get them. Carnivores will run faster and faster before the large predators get them, but one of them is trapped on some sort of cage, blocking the giant carnivores from killing them, which leads the other raptors in here. And this is point of view of an Acrocanthosaurus trying to get the Utahraptor. While the carnivores are figuring out to get those raptors, they must be thinking about something else. Leaving them to walk away while one of them has a huge log. Leaving the raptors in safety of the cave. And now we're on the beach following these predators hunt Sauropelta, which is a species of ankylosaur with long spikes covering their necks, and the acros in the forests, with the larger sauropods Pterosaurs. Leaving one of the adults in charge of the herd. And we have these dinosaurs called Acrocanthosaurus, and these creatures are similar in those of Tyrannosaurus. And the acros will finish hunting other prey for the next millions of years. Let's continue to travel back in time 69 million years ago, in the winter. And here is a cave which is the home Arctic Troodon, meaning wounding tooth, and this one has a family. There are two different species of Troodon, which are the larger ones like the Arctic Troodon, and the smaller ones depending on their size and their survival. And here we have a herd of ceratopsian dinosaurs called Pachyrhinosaurus, meaning thick-nosed lizard. And the Troodon mother is in the forest, exploring for a new place to live. And here are some pieces of ice which she's trying to mimic the sound. And in the Alaskan wilderness are the northern lights behind her. And in the night, she stumbled across another dinosaur, which is not a herbivore. And this predator is Nanuqsaurus, meaning polar bear lizard. And she can sense the other Troodon by using her sense of smell. But before the predator looks at her, she runs away to her home. And the mother must protect her offspring. By making no noise, she will figure out if the predators will follow her, but only one problem. The Nanuqsaurus finds her, all thanks to her superior sense of smell. And this was the dwarf cousin of Tyrannosaurus Rex. But the Troodon has to protect her kids. By scratching her again, she has one idea, and that is to attack one of the offspring. Leaving her mother in danger, she defends her territory, leaving the Nanuqsaurus and his daughter to attack her and the other offspring. But the mother has an idea. By making a strange call into the night, the Troodon is one of the smartest dinosaurs in the dinosaur kingdom, and the baby is using her intelligence to protect itself from the Nanuqsaurus, and the mother continues to call into the night and leaving her exhausted, which leads to one superior animal into the fog. The herd of Pachyrhinosaurus is using their defensive mode. With the recognize of the call of the young, the mother Troodon has used her calls to lead the Pachyrhinosaurus into the giant predators of Nanuqsaurus, leaving the herd saved her family. And within moments later, the mother searches the cave for one of her offspring, which is still alive, depending on her survival. And even more moments later, The Troodon is back in the forest with her kid. The Troodon will continue her legacy of the Dinosaurs, all thanks to the short film called Our Frozen Past. Was to continue traveling back in time in this forest 66 million years ago in North America. And this was the home of the tyrant lizard king Tyrannosaurus Rex, also known as T-Rex. This animal was featured in the documentary series Prehistoric Planet. And what's interesting is that the young has longer legs than the adults, because this T-Rex is more chunkier, and scientists believe that when T-Rexes are born, they will recover in feathers. As they got old enough, those feathers will fade away. And this one is in a family group with the male and the female. And they stumble across a carcass of a dead Pterosaurs, leaving these animals as the strongest bite force in nature. Stronger than those of the lions or crocodiles, or more stronger than the great white sharks. And it is raining, leaving the giant carnivores looking. And now, 66 million years later, we're in Dinosaur World again, with the dinosaurs of Jurassic World. Here we have a male Tyrannosaur Rex feeding on a Gallimimus. But there's only one thing on this beach. He is not alone. Sometimes rival T-Rexes and rival males can often come for their territory or mating rights. But as it turns out, here is another T-Rex, but this one is only a female Tyrannosaurus. So, he has only one choice to make her impressed by his tattoos. And also he's popular because sometimes most animals like birds do not have the right choice if it's a pet, which is more impressive or attractive. When we starting to think about predatory dinosaurs, people have been thinking about these carnivorous monsters as scary carnivorous beasts, whether it's from both on land and on the water. But as it turns out, more evidence has shown dinosaurs doing peaceful things like swimming with its young for food or even closer evidence on the fossilized evidence of these majestic animals. But as we're turning out that these animals can do other things similar to those of modern day animals if it depends on their survival or on the territory of these incredible giant hunters on Dinosaurs in the Modern Day, the series. Next time on Dinosaurs in the Modern Day, the series, we will be discussing about the chase between giant herbivores and the carnivores, whether it's from the Jurassic or in the Cretaceous, and we'll be seeing other dinosaurs which are the titans of the Mesozoic era. Next time on Dinosaurs in the Modern Day, the series, in episode 4 called The Chase of the Titans. Next time on Dinosaurs in the Modern Day, the series, on YouTube, on Dinosauria Studios. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more dinosaur content like this series.